Hello, everybody. Beatle Dave here again. Today, I thought we'd look at one of Paul McCartney's albums, which is quite overlooked and probably wouldn't be, most Beatles fans or Paul McCartney's fans' favourite McCartney album. Although technically it is a Wings album because it is Wings' first LP, Wings Wildlife. It was recorded in 8 days, apparently, at Abbey Road Studios. Queen. I've just put a few notes down. It was recorded at Abbey Road Studios between the 25th of July and the 2nd of August in 1971, and it was released on the 7th December 1971. There's approximately 38 minutes worth of music on this one, just under. I think it's 37 minutes and 42 seconds or something like that. Now, in the UK, this album got as high as number 11 in the UK charts. In the American Billboard charts, I think it got into the top 10. I could be wrong. So the front cover, I think, is very reminiscent of the John Lennon Plastic Ono Band album. Very, very reminiscent, really, isn't it? That's the back cover. It was released on Apple, and the catalogue number for the UK version is PCS 7142, and then underneath that you've got a sort of European number, so it's 1E062004946. It's produced by Paul McCartney. Side one is Mumbo, and then you've got Bit Bop, which are not the best songs McCartney's ever recorded, to be fair. Then you've got a strange version of Love is Strange, which is actually a really, really good song. It just takes a while to start. It's got like a very, very long intro. And apparently that was originally going to be a UK single. And then side one finishes off with Wildlife. Wildlife, wildlife, whatever happened to. Side two, you've got Some People Never Know, I'm Your Singer, Tomorrow, and Dear Friend. So, in all honesty, side two is the stronger side. It was made by Paul and Linda McCartney, Denny Lane, and then Denny Southall, who was the drummer on Ram. So, like I say, this is the first official Wings studio album. Engineered by Tony Clark and Alan Parsons. McCartney says copyright McCartney Productions Inc. 1971, an Apple record, an EMI recording, printed and made in England. This has got a little bit of a rip just there, but as far as I know, this is a genuine UK first pressing. I'm going to put my Grandad specs on for a minute. So, like I say, a lot of people wouldn't make this album at all. To be honest, I've always liked it. It is very, very raw in one way. Like, it's basically recorded live in a lot of ways. I think 5 of these 8 tracks were actually recorded in one take. If I remember rightly, I'm sure I've read that somewhere. Mumbo and Bit Bop, probably this album would have been better without them. But, it's how it is. Like I say, it is on Apple, but it's not on Apple, if that makes sense. Although it's an Apple record, it's got a custom label. Custom label means it's not on an Apple label. So that is side one, which is basically a picture of Paul McCartney, very close up. And then side two is a nice picture of Linda McCartney. Let's have a look. So obviously it's stereo. So it's YEX 871 stroke 11. That's for side one. It's a bit strange. And for side two, it's YEX 872/1. Published by Northern Songs, also claimed by Kidney Punch Music Limited. Produced by Paul and Linda McCartney, and these photos are actually on the label were taken by Linda McCartney. Like I said, you know, some of these songs are nice, but it does come. Like I said, I think he was trying to get the spirit of, like, we all know, like when the Beatles recorded the Please Please Me LP, most of them tracks were recorded in a day, weren't they? So I think he was trying to do that, but with a new band. They had been rehearsed at his farm in Scotland. Like I say, Love is Strange, once it gets going, is a really, really good song. It's an old song. It's not one of Paul McCartney's songs. I can't actually remember who wrote it. Wildlife is again, should be classed as a McCartney classic, to be honest. Some people never know. Now, was that written about John Lennon? Don't know. I'm Your Singer's a good song. Tomorrow, you could imagine that being in a musical, to be honest. And then Dear Friend, again, is that about John Lennon? But if it is, oh, it's Dear Friend, I'm in love with a friend of mine. Yeah, I've always actually rated this album. I wouldn't put it in the McCartney top 10, but it'd be close. To be honest, it would be close. Like I say, because that is the first proper Wings album, isn't it? And as we know, you know, Wings had a tough job, didn't they, following the Beatles, really? So in one way, you've got to sort of like admire McCartney for trying to do it. Because just after this was released, he did a tour, and one of the first places that he ever turned up to was Nottingham University, which is just down the road from me. And I think you had to pay 50p, 50 pence to go and see Paul McCartney and Wings. But obviously, it was just advertised as Wings, and people went in and didn't even know who it was. And then even when he was playing his songs, they didn't know who he was because he didn't play anything whatsoever from the Beatles. But yeah, so that's it. Wings Wildlife. So that is the original UK pressing. Now, in the late 80s, early 90s, it got reissued in the UK. That one, the original one, isn't a laminated sleeve. It's just dark cardboard. This time we got a laminated sleeve. It's more shiny. The back and everything is exactly the same. The only difference is now you've got a barcode at the top. And that says copyright McCartney Productions Inc. 1971, and then published 1971 MPL Communications Inc. And this time it's on the Fame label, which was like a subsidiary of EMI. It was a bit like a budget label. Again, you get your Fame. I don't know if you can see it, there's actually Fame there. So there's no mention of Apple on here whatsoever. I've got a feeling it's on Parlophone. Yeah, and it's on Parlophone. So 2-box EMI, Parlophone label, 1971. And it is the same mixers, because even here it says YEX 871/11, not 111, side 1. And then on side 2, it says YEX 872/1. So it's the same mixers and everything. Obviously, it's got a completely different catalogue number. So the catalogue number for this one is FA 4131011. Original sound recordings made by MPL Communications Inc. Oh, Love is Strange was written by Baker Smith, apparently. All titles written by Paul and Linda McCartney, except Baker Smith for Love is Strange. All titles published by MPL Communications Limited now, so it's not Northern Songs, except Love is Strange, which is Cromwell Music Limited. Produced, and according to this, it's produced by Paul McCartney, where on the original it says produced by Paul and Linda McCartney, doesn't it? So That's side one. And then that is side two. There we go, okay. Again, saying it's a budget label, that record is very, very heavy. Sound quality on it is brilliant. Like I say, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for this album, mainly because it's very, very overlooked, isn't it, by a lot of people? You know, Beatles fans, Wings fans, McCartney fans, Apple fans, a lot of people don't rank this album whatsoever. I think it's I do think it's a good little album. Okay, in all fairness, it's not one of Paul McCartney's best albums, but for saying what he'd done before, because he got slagged off when he did McCartney because he said the critics said it sounded too much like a Beatles album, didn't they? So then he went out and did Ram, and he got slagged off for that because they said it doesn't sound enough like the Beatles and you've overproduced it. So he went back to basics with this album, I think. It's, is it good? I've also got another copy. This one is the American copy. Exactly the same. Obviously, we've got a different catalogue number, but you do get an Apple record printed on the back of this. SW 3386, manufactured by Apple Records Inc. 1700 Broadway, New York, NY 10019. But on it does say copyright McCartney Productions Inc. 1971. Standard American sleeve. These always look battered. I don't think they are. I just think it is the way that they were made, because it's like unlaminated, and I think the backs were pasted over, weren't they, over the cardboard. So the front sleeve's exactly the same. Liner notes by Clint Harrigan, who apparently was Paul McCartney. So it says. This isn't in quite as nice condition as the original UK one. That's on there. This says published by Maclan Music Inc. BMI, also claimed by Kidney Punch Music, produced by Paul and Linda McCartney. So why that Fame one says it's just produced by Paul McCartney, I don't know. So again, that is the. And then that is the B side. And this is okay. Out of the two, I do actually prefer the original UK mono version. UK original pressing. Having said that, very flimsy American covers as well for some reason. That is a nice copy. Value wise, that's probably worth a tenner. This Fame one, I've just been looking on eBay before I came up, the dreaded eBay. I don't know. They're going for about £25-35 for some reason, for saying it's a reissue. And then the original UK version is roughly, it's in nice condition. By the way, I've got the original yellow inner for this, but I couldn't find it. I know I put it in a box over there for some reason. These original ones are going for around the 20. Well, between, to be honest, that one, the original UK one, you can get from anywhere from around like £10 to about 35. But while we're here, I'll just get something else to show you. There with us 1 second, folks. I bet you I can't find it now. Yes, I can. Beneath the waves. So what I was saying about it being very, very reminiscent or very similar to John Lennon's cover. Well, that's John Lennon's cover for his first proper solo LP, isn't it? John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. And then that is the McCartney one. So see what I mean? They're very, very similar. Or is it just me? Is it just me that can only see a similarity? I mean, the back's completely different. And obviously the contents are completely different. But in one way they're not, are they? Because it's like with John Lennon, when he did this one, although it was like his first proper solo album, he had done a few experimental ones with Yoko, hadn't he? And it was got slagged off and everything. So he went back to basics to do that one, didn't he? That was actually a good album. That's worth doing a video on its own for, which we'll do at some later stage. Well, that's going to be it for today. Just a quick video for me, really. I have like retidied my room a little bit. They can see that we've overposted a bit more, and I just fell over again. My little friend. My little friend there. I've got my Magical Mystery Bus there, and then I've got my Beatles baseball gloves, I think they are there. Beatle Dave there. New t-shirt. T-shirt, which I've got to thank my missus for, because you know she's not very well at the minute. She's on long-term sick, but that's by the by, isn't it? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. You know, if you do enjoy my videos, you know, please just like them. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. I do only do it for a little bit of fun. I don't take myself too serious. And as the name says, Beatle Dave. So 99.9% of the time, my videos will be about the Beatles and record collecting in general. We do sometimes do other things like David Bowie albums and the Kinks and Pink Floyd and things like that, you know. So it isn't always just about the Beatles, but 99% of the time it is, which the name would suggest, wouldn't it? Beatle Dave, Beatle Dave. Although Beatle Dave's got a pink t-shirt on today, because we also sometimes talk about Sex Pistols and Madness and things like that. So I hope you've enjoyed it. For everybody that is subscribing, thank you very much. You know, I do appreciate it. You know, I think I've been doing this just under 4 months now, this YouTube thing. You know, I do enjoy it. All I'm doing is passing on some of my knowledge of the Beatles and record collecting to you people out there. I hope it's informative. Above all, I hope it is entertaining. And I do like to try and make you laugh sometimes. You know, I don't take myself too serious. Not like some people who make the videos. You know, I try not to make it boring. You know, I do try to make it more entertaining. So that's going to be it for today. But as always, love your records, cherish your records, clean your records, but above all, play your records on your nice hi-fis and things like that, like over there. So until the next time, which will probably be at the weekend now, this is Beatle Dave from Derbyshire in the UK saying cheerio. And, you know, just stay safe, look after one another, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. So long, so long, so long.